So today we're going to put the new glow plug, the thermostat, finish bolting the exhaust, change the oil, and we're going to try to get it to run today. Got my new glow plug. I'll put it in, and then I'll get my new thermostat off the bench, and then I'll put it into. This takes a few minutes because I have to put the glow plug in, and then I have to put the bar that goes to all three glow plugs at the same time and get it bolted. It has little small bolts. So make sure these are tight. The glow plugs heat up the cylinder so that it'll start easier because there's no spark or anything like that in a diesel engine. It's all run off of compression and heat. That is a bar that hooks all three glow plugs together because it gets 12 volts put to it. It makes them heat up. And the word of glow, they glow. They turn red, they heat the cylinder up. As you'll see on the last one here on the front is where the wire makes connection. And it feeds power to all of them. There's that. Them are all hooked up now. And I'll put this return line back on. Okay. Now, the breather line for the cover. Now put the thermostat in. This is the thermostat. It's 180 degrees. Water heats the bottom, pulls down, lets the water flow through. So it'll get the engine warm. Engine warm, it'll open up, flow out, flow back through, and that's how it cools itself. Put the one on the bottom. The bottom radiator hose is a little bit harder to get to. It's on. I'm gonna have to put a breather pipe from here to the air filter, and then tighten up the exhaust. But on the lower part of the exhaust now. This is the clamp that holds this hose tight. I'm going to change the oil, and I have one exhaust bolt that I have to get. We have to get a new one. I can't find it. I think I broke two One came out as a stud, and I don't remember where I put it, so I'm gonna have to get a new stud. Speedometer and tachometer cable back on, tachometer cable. It'll end up needing a new cable because it's all melted from the heat. But for now, it was working before, it'll work again. All right. So how many quarts of oil do you think this thing holds? It's got about a, I don't know, that deep of an oil pan. It's about 12 inches long. So how many quarts do you think it holds? Good thing is it has no water in it. It's just straight old diesel oil. Black is black, doing its job. When I put the new oil in, you see it's brown, and it turns black almost instantly because the whole inside is still black. This is the filter. I'm gonna take it loose, let it drain, put a new filter on it. So when you change the oil, you always change the filter. I'm gonna put a little oil in the filter for startup. It's just something I've always been taught. Put a little in there. That way when it starts up, it's already got a little oil. You can see the oil is nice and brown. And I won't fill it, so when you put it on there, it's just gonna run out, but I'll put a little bit inside of it. It'll help it when it starts. Maybe I will fill it all the way. We'll let it set for a few minutes. It's soaking into the pleats of the filter. It's just going to take a few minutes of spinning before it starts because I've got to get the injectors primed again. So we take a little bit of the clean oil, put on the seal, and then we'll go screw it back on.
One of those guys I listen.
Not a real big filter, but it's okay. A little low on hydraulic fluid, so I'm gonna put some in it. Maybe that'll help with the down pressure that it didn't have. Maybe it'll have down pressure now. I believe it's low because the cylinder that leaks. just on the stick now. That was probably 2 quarts or more that I just poured in it. Pour whatever I got left. To get it up in the working range. Like I say, it may have down pressure now. I'm still going to do the filters on the hydraulics. It's almost full.
Now all that tapping noise that it was making, what do you have to do to cure that?
I'm gonna have to go back in and check the adjustment on the valves. I was hoping it was just a lifter that needed to be pumped up, but it sounds like it's gonna have to be adjusted. So I have to get the book, see exactly what's got to be, how it's got to be adjusted, what the lash is, and then we'll take the valve cover off its 4 bolts and adjust it.